To what day is today? Monday night. What's wrong with my computer? It's doing its own thing. Okay. We have a couple things to talk about, right? So maybe a new name someone by the name of Sonny Styles coming to Miami, potentially. And are we gonna keep Brooks and Dodson? So without anything else from me, Tony and Insanity, come on up.
Why you said Insanity name like with a question mark?
I've been missing.
I didn't want to introduce her as like a guest because she's not a guest.
Man, forget all that. Tony trying to be messy early. Welcome to Combine Week. Let's go. It's Combine Week.
Let's go.
It's measurables week. That's what it is. That's all it really is. Measurables week.
There you go. Shirts and shorts week. Yeah. The speed. We already know that what they're gonna run. I'm not excited about the combine this year. Only because I'm a little nervous because this is Sully's first season. And if he do anything to piss me off, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to control my emotions. So I'm not gonna get too excited. So I don't have no high expectations.
Can I ask a question though? Since this is one of my favorite weeks of the off season, which position group do you typically like to look at the most during Combine Week?
It varies on what what we need as a team. So for me, I don't have a specific group that I'll be looking forward to. I mean, I think everyone is be looking forward towards the 40. So it's linebacker. Not linebackers. DBs, wide receivers, running back to see who's going to run the fastest 40. I believe. I think for the most part, most people be looking forward to that. Me, like for instance, last season I was more interested in the offensive lineman,
right?
Because that was high on my list that I think that we need. 2 seasons ago, I was high on the wide receivers because of Brian Thomas Jr. and I was already being proactive when it comes to Tyreek and moving off him, So I don't think we was gonna have the opportunity to get Malik Neighbors, but I did assume that we was gonna be able to get Brian Thomas Jr. So it varies for me based on how our team and what our team needs. But what's up with you, Vincent or Jess? What y'all look for?
Oh, so for me personally, it's always the wide receivers. I just love to see the speed, the running backs, to see the 40 times, the broad jump, things like that. It's always fun to watch the linemen do the drills, especially when they got to run outside the circle. Well, the little, the big hula hoop. So it's very interesting to see which quarterbacks do and don't throw. That is something that I always look at. So if I had to really say, it would definitely be wide receivers. Then I would probably go running backs. That's my favorite position. And then quarterback. Shout out to my
Hey, Vonjo, I started. I had to put this on stage, man. Like it went from Tony and them to Vincent 5 of them. I mean, gated community, I get it, but the switch up is kind of crazy. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
GC for life. It's GC for life. Gated community for life.
Hey, I'm gonna remember this, Vonjo. I'm just letting you know now. next time you pull up, my good brother, damn, you switched up. Judge, what about you? Any specifics you like to look at the combine? Light skin.
Whoa there. Hold on. Calm down. No, not really. Honestly, I do not watch the combine as much as I probably should. I watch like the highlights of it after the fact. During it's not really a thing for me. Gonna change it maybe this year. I don't know. It depends. But I have a question for you. Right. So, I mean, I guess this question could go to both of you. What are your dream measurements for a linebacker?
Have you lost your mind asking me some kind of question? What kind of pause.
I'm just
hey, what is wrong with that, Tony?
What?
Like
listen. First of all, me dreaming about measurables is kind of wild. Anyway,
Maybe it was dream.
You lost your mind. Yo, what? You know what? That's a question for you and Vicinity. Not a question for me. Maybe you forgot.
Okay, like we could reword it.
Can we use
ideal?
Ideal? Is that better? Like I don't.
Yeah.
You
don't like
basic minimum requirements for the job. Like, let's get to HR tone. The basic minimum requirements for the job to draft a linebacker.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
I'm proud of you, Jess.
That was wild.
Okay.
That was a little wild.
I'm just saying. What did we say throughout the season on the show a couple times? Inches matter.
No, that's what you say. That's what you say. Don't say. Don't throw your tactics. No. That's what you say. But you talk about specifically linebackers.
Yeah. I mean, unless you like want to talk about something else, but I was going to go specifically that.
Most people look for the more bigger physical linebackers. Like, you got the Sonny Styles and the Alvaro Reese, 6'4", 243 each. For most people, that'll be ideal. Me personally, I don't really care about measurables, all that. Like, obviously, they have a lot to do with it. But I remind y'all, we drafted a guy named Zach Thomas, short, small, and he was one of the greatest linebackers in at least Dolphins history, Hall of Famer. So I don't really care. I more look towards, are you a playmaker? And depending on whatever size, can you use your weight to your advantage? How well do you carry your weight? Zach Thomas he wasn't a Ray Lewis type, but you watch him on film and you watch him play the game. Like, y'all remember Jerome Bettis? He had a highlight that they would play for years because the hit that he put on Jerome Bettis. And Jerome Bettis had him about, he was taller than him, bigger than him, way more than him. But Zach Thomas still brought that, the hit to him. So I don't have really, a specific, I know the cliche thing to say is like, 6'4", 238, 240 around those times, but those don't typically be the best type of linebackers, especially nowadays. See, nowadays they're in the high 220s to 230s now because they're looking for more versatile speed type linebackers. So it depends on what era you're talking about as well. That old school linebacker style, which I'm gonna have one here, which is one of my favorite linebackers. But so yeah, no, I don't have a specific. I basically go off. Are you a playmaker at that position?
Okay, right. I guess since I am a woman, I can use the terminology dream because I'm not gonna say pause to that. Shout out to me and Jeff. I think Tony hit it. That pause. Wow.
Yeah, that was a pause.
Now you got my mind somewhere it does not need to be. Okay. For me, it definitely has to be 6'2" at least. No, don't start. I would love Jesus. See, now it's awkward. It's so awkward now. But yes, 6'2" at least, 6'2" or taller. And then I would say, as far as weight, definitely at least like 230, 235-ish around there. And I would love, hopefully, at least a sub 4'5", 40, 4'5", or stop. I would love a 4'5" or sub to be the 40 time because I like instinctful. I'm trying to say this without having to, say anything crazy. I like linebackers that can play with instincts, can read the gaps really well, know how to shoot the gaps, and can also get to the sidelines quickly for outside zone plays and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna go with, so we can get away from this.
VC Boston. Hey, yes, I just got word that it should touch down tomorrow, my brother. So I'll keep y'all updated. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't let y'all outdo me with the VCs. But I do have a question real quick for both of y'all. Read or react or attack style linebacker? Which one? What's y'all preference?
You want to go first, Jess, or you want me to go first?
You can go first because I'm interested to hear what you say. Or you want me? I mean, it's up to
No,
you.
no,
It
It's
was
fine.
based off. It based off what you said. That's why I
Okay,
asked.
so me personally, I would go read and react.
There you go.
That's what it sounded like
Good
you said.
math.
That's why I asked you that.
Read and react. I have to go with the type of linebacker that I like. But one thing that I do know is that the instinct from playing multiple years at it kind of sometimes does feel aggressive, but when you really look at the film, you can see who is who and what is what, because a lot of the aggressive guys can sometimes be caught out of position. And the one thing I don't want for my linebackers is to be caught out of position or an offense knowing that they can get them in a play action or a long boot or something like that. So definitely read and react.
Jess, you?
I agreed with her as soon as she said it. Definitely read and react for me. It's a yeah. I'm not gonna reiterate the same things that she said because there's no point in me doing that. But I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. So me, I'm completely opposite of both of you guys. I'm more of an attack style. The linebackers. Read and react. Especially when it comes to linebackers, they tend to be easier to get blocked. Because you're reading instead of just attacking. So if you remember last season, me and Lou, when we was up here debating on what type of linebackers we want, one thing we did agree on is we want our linebackers attacking. And if you go to the second half of the season, when Jordan Brooks and Dodson both started attacking, that's when they started making plays. So and now there's no wrong with either one of them. It's just my preferred style of linebacker. I see that those guys, they tend to not give pulling guards, tight ends, or anyone that's trying to get in position, especially in the run game, the necessary angle that they need to get in position to block them. That's why I prefer.
My question for you is, do you think it's possible for a linebacker to make up for that, like with certain athletic traits, certain athleticism?
Yeah, but now
you have the right linebacker.
Yes, you said the right thing. Now you're looking for a specific type linebacker. He has to be able to make up with speed. He has to be able to diagnose plays immediately, quickly, to be successful from that standpoint. And you have a lot of them that are really good at that.
Who's the linebacker we just got from Georgia like a couple years ago? I can't. We drafted him.
Channing Tindall, right?
Would you say that he was more of a read and react type of guy or a downhill guy?
He was neither, because he didn't understand the playbooks. So when I'm looking for
college, I'm talking about in college. If you were to look at his college film,
he was neither. You remember? Well, he's more of the attack style, but who was the linebacker over there had to tell him where to go. So the thing about attacking style linebackers, from my standpoint, they understand the spot that they have to get to, right? And they don't wait to see. So every linebacker style, they have to be able to read and recognize the play style. Correct. Mine is more of once you see his run, attack, instead of reading the whole. Because I see a lot of them, and you have some great ones that are great at it. But I like my linebackers attack. Make those offensive players adjust to you, as opposed to you adjusting to where they going. Because I just like to put them at the most disadvantaged position that we can. But yeah, Channing Tindall was more of a read and react. I mean, it's attacking style. So matter of fact, we could just, because I'm going to ask this question about, before we go to the question, because this is gonna, I want to ask both of y'all the question. I don't know if y'all are aware, y'all all aware that Jeff Hafley is a attack style defense, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, I mean, we can get to the first question now, because that's falls right into place of what.
Listen, you didn't ask what I thought was the best, scheme fit.
No.
You just asked what I like, what I prefer. That's
no.
I want that to be on the record.
Hold on, yes, but I asked that for a reason, because if I was hoping when I heard you say that, I'm like, okay, now I want to see how she feel about being in Jeff Hafley's defense, but that's for the question. You know what I'm saying? But it just triggered me when I heard you saying, the type of linebackers you look forward to, sideline to sideline, read and react. And so I'm like, oh, she's more of a read and react type linebacker. So, but Jess, you ready for the question? Here we go.
I am. I didn't know if you were going to hit the button. If I was going to hit the button,
I pushed the goddamn button.
Okay, so Dodson and Brooks, we're going to re-sign them. Do you want to re-sign them? Doesn't I think I'm wrong here. Doesn't one of them have a couple extra years but still left, but they're not, it's like we don't need to keep them kind of thing or something? One of their contracts still has like extension or something on it.
Jordan Brooks, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Terrell Dodson is, I don't think he have no more under his, I don't know his contract, but 2027 he's slated to be a free agent. So he's
out of here.
He's out of here. So you want me, can I answer first, or I know ladies first?
Go ahead, Tony, because you seem really excited to get to this question. So go ahead.
Great. So based on the question that I asked, the type of style defense that Hafley runs, for me, that bodes well for one of them, which is Jordan Brooks, and not too well for Tyrell Dodson. Because Dodson is more of a read and react type guy. And he's better in, coverage. That's his strengths. Jordan Brooks is a hard hitter, attack style linebacker. One thing, okay, so there's two big differences between Tyrell Dodson and Jordan Brooks. You notice, I believe, let me ask both of y'all before I just assume, we both would assume that Jordan Brooks is our best linebacker, hands down. Way better than Tyrell Dodson, right? Right? But y'all do understand that Tyrell Dodson was our green dot, the one calling the plays.
Yeah, the read and react guy. Go ahead.
Jordan Brooks, he said he doesn't like that role. He preferred to just play as opposed to, getting everyone in positions and things of that nature. I think that might be a downfall for him, because you want preferably your best linebacker and your oldest linebacker. You would prefer he be the one with the green dot. And the fact that that's kind of a hindrance of his might not bode well for him to get a re-sign and when it comes to contracts. But he's an all-pro guy. I'll say this about the offense. I'll say this about defense. As a defensive coordinator, when you have an all-pro type guy, you make it work. And his skill sets allow him to fit almost any scheme. It's not like he's bad at reading reacts. He just don't like to have that responsibility on him. So only thing he have to worry about and focus on is the play, making plays, reading, identifying whatever the play is, and then attack mode. So I think it worked out here because, Tyrell Dodson was here and he was the green dot. So that puts the ownership on Sully and Jeff Hafley to find a linebacker that could be the green dot. Now, preferably coming into your first season, you will prefer to have one of those guys already in-house that you can trust, which we do in Tyrell Dodson, but he's not considered your best linebacker, obviously, or leader is Jordan Brooks. You will prefer that Jordan Brooks be that guy. But when it comes to scheme fit, Jordan Brooks fits that scheme. And just for the record, I don't think we didn't talk about line. So he runs more of a 4-3 cover, 4-3 look, Y9. That's the edges, split out wide, the edge rushers. And typically, for the most part, he like that cover 3 look, So those linebackers aren't really asked to be in coverage as much. He wants more attack style linebackers. It fits. It goes very well for me. Now, as far as keeping them, I think you have to, based on how many players we have on the contract. Like there are two serviceable. Well, Tyrell Dodson is serviceable, and you have an all-pro in Jordan Brooks. So yes, you keep both of them hands down this season. But I do think you still going to the draft. We're going to talk about later, looking for linebackers because you still have to fill this team up as far as special teams and backups. You don't want to. They said there's going to be position in every room that includes linebacker. I don't want Tyrell Dodson or Jordan Brooks going into the season feeling like they're the starters. I want both of them feeling like they have to earn a spot under a new regime, a new scheme. So yes, I do hope that they drop linebackers early, but just sticking to the question for now. Do I want to keep them? Yes. More preferably Jordan Brooks. Terrell Dodson, he was good enough to hold down the fort, but I think there should be an upgrade, at least an upgrade at that weak side at linebacker. So and then one last thing is with those, the way they're going to run the defensive schemes, it's a lot of simulated pressure. So he doesn't really blitz that often, but he gives off the look to blitz and things of that nature. So you do have to have athletic linebackers that could get back when you need to be in that zone coverage. And they have to be able to have good eyes and recognition, play recognition. So that one is more Tyrell Dodson as opposed to Jordan Brooks. But Jordan Brooks he really isn't that bad in coverage. Like we was looking at some of the guys was doing the top 100, top 100, whatever they do on ESPN, and they left Jordan Brooks out. And now I was listening to Adam Poupart earlier, and he broke it down because I didn't understand why. He broke it down. He was like, because he got dinged for his pass coverage skills. But you put on the film, he don't really get beat in pass coverage like that. So I don't understand. Maybe they just going up that isn't his strength or whatever the reason was. But, I don't think his pass coverage skills is a hindrance of him. And obviously it didn't stop him from being an all-pro guy. So, but I don't want to take up everything. We could go to the vicinity, but my initial thoughts is, yes, we're keeping both of them. And I think Jordan Brooks, and I see she done, I got a question for about in the future, re-signing him, but I'll pass it to vicinity on that part so she can get her spiel.
Well, thank you for that marvelous breakdown, Tony. Let's cut out all the extra stuff. Are Brooks and Dodson enough for 2026? That's the question that I'm reading on my screen. And the answer is yes. They've shown that they are a tandem that works really well together. While Brooks is allowed to go and be aggressive, Tyrell handles the back end of the stuff and make sure, he's there to keep the case, very rarely, because it never happens. If Jordan Brooks puts his hands on you, you're tackled. Like, let's call a spade a spade. I believe he was our leading, tackler. Wonderful, all pro. Shout out to him. Yes. But also you want to have those vets. I like Jordan Brooks captain style, his leadership style. Hey, we not gonna touch that. We might touch that hot pot.
Oh, we are.
We might touch that hot pot. But yes, I love Brooks in his leadership style, especially that we're going to be getting younger at that position. Do I think that Jordan Brooks will be on this team after this year? No. But we're going to get into that because Tony wants to get into that. So I'm not going to regurgitate or reiterate the things that he said. I think Tony beautifully broke down why they would be a good fit for Hafley's scheme. We're definitely going to need a Jordan Brooks style in order to make this thing work. But even more, you need his leadership in that locker room, in that dog mentality. And one thing that Tony and Lewis always harp on is culture, setting the culture. How is Hafley going to do this and get the stuff, figured out to, leave this soft narrative in the past? Well, you got to keep a guy like that in that could teach these young guys the right way to do it. Now, Tony, to your next question, let's get into it because I knew you wanted to stoke the fire. You can't say nothing backstage without it coming, onto the show. So let's get to it.
You want me to ask or what? So what?
Ask because they gotta know the question.
Man, y'all hit the like button.
Know the question.
Before we get into this, that was the informative part of the show. This is the turn up part, what we really known for over here, So I just want to try to get some information on what we did with before we just get into the madness, because we love the madness over here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, help grow the channel. We did get past the 800 mark. I forgot what we were, 804, 805, something like that. Shout out to y'all. I think it was 805. Road to 900, man. Listen, y'all, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. All right, it's time to turn up. Enough for the nitty gritty two shoe talk. So vicinity, you know, we're talking. I guess you can chime in if you want. We'll talk about contracts, and should we, you know, extend or Jordan Brooks? He is due a contract. I don't think just messy. I don't think he's gonna play without guaranteed money. No one. This is a part of the reason why I think Mika Fitzpatrick is going to be traded. And I do think that Jordan Brooks is going to be asking for a contract, especially coming off an all-pro season. Now, I don't want to say what you said, so I'm going to let you say what you said, but I don't think he's going to get paid. Well, let me preface by saying this. When I talk money, majority of the time, 9.5 times out of 10, I'm talking about guaranteed only. So I just want to break that down. So when you hear numbers like 20, 18 million a year, that's average.
Average, yeah.
I don't care about the average. They could pay that man $100 million over 3 seasons, and he's averaging $25 million a year. But if they only guarantee him 30, that's all I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about that average. What's actually the guaranteed money, because that's the only thing that matters when it comes to the salary cap, and that's the only thing that matters when it comes to the players signing that contract. Guarantees are all they care about. So now you did point out, you know, the top linebackers. I think it was Fred Warner and the other guy you
on
brought.
Average, I said average.
On average, yeah.
See, that's the thing. People think they always got you when they realize that you looking at the verbiage of the language too. But go ahead.
I'm like 20. Man, I must be guaranteeing him. You know, so me personally, one all-pro season doesn't automatically shoot you up to Fred Warner. How many all-pros do Fred Warner have? You know what I'm saying? To get that money. Now, listen, as far as him, that one season, I think, and we have to look at it from this standpoint too, I think Anthony Weaver, Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel, I almost forgot who our coach was, they appreciate that season way more than I think Jeff Hafley and Sonny will. You did that under Anthony Weaver's defense. You did that under Chris Greer's regime. You did that under Mike McDaniel as a head coach, his system. We don't know what you're capable of doing. Well, we have a idea, but you haven't did none of that under this scheme. And trust me when I say all of that is going to come to play when it comes to paying him for 2 reasons. The cap that we in and how many players we need to bring in. So that limits the Dolphins with the amount of money that they can pay, and they can offer players. And then I'm going to say this one for afterwards because I want you to get you the rebuttal, and then I want to see how it goes. But so for me, I don't think he's going to end up in the top 3. I don't, because we can't afford it.
No, I don't. Yeah, no.
But you, how you feel about that? I'm not sure if I extend him this year. I'm not. It would help out, but unless you're going forward with him in the future, then I don't see why you should extend him. Now, if they do extend him, then that means they're saying, okay, Jordan Brooks, you're going to be our guy going forward, and this draft is going to be, you know, big with that. But that's a little later. But go ahead.
You know what? Speak of the man himself, and he will appear.
My brother, hold on. You want me to bring him up?
Yeah, we gotta switch it over.
Hold on. Let me bring my brother up real quick. Boom, my boy made it. Lou.
Hey man, well, what's good, y'all? What's good?
Right on time to hear Vicinity try to rebuttal.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the one thing that, you know, Tony harped on was the organization and Hafley and Sully and all that. You know who don't want to hear that? Jordan Brooks' agent. He don't want to hear that. He wants to hear the number, and he wants to see the money. Now, that's why I personally don't believe he will be here, because there will be a team that'll be willing to pay for his services and give him close to what he wants, where the Dolphins are not necessarily in that position to do that right now. And one of the things they said is that you have to build through the draft. You have to get younger, faster, and all that. Jordan Brooks is not in his prime. He is about to be. I don't think he's in his prime. He's about to be like almost 30.
Jordan Brooks is 28 years old. He just turned 28.
And that's a problem for me. I need younger. Hey, don't call me a cougar, but I need some younger players on this team. All right. That's what I need. I'm just saying. By the time you give him this money, right? He's going to want big money that we don't have. So to the guy's point, you got to trade him.
How old is Fred Warner? Do you know?
Didn't he just get injured too?
Fred Warner, how old is he? I'm asking how old
he just get injured. So we
Fred
paying injured. So we paying injured guys.
No. When you say he's not in his prime, Fred Warner is the top paid linebacker. He's 30.
Right. But when did he get that money?
You know what?
When did Fred get his money? When did Fred get his money? When he was young.
Well, no. Didn't they give him 4 years? He's a free agent in 2030.
Yeah.
So unless they gave him a 6-year contract, he got a contract. He's a free agent in year 30, in 2030. So
I think he got it. I think he got it.
This is stuff that I love.
I think he got his contract last year, or this season before.
I was just going to say unless they gave him a 6-year contract. No, he got it at 28, 29. He got it at 29.
He's not prime. To me, prime. If you say you're prime, I'm talking about elite. I don't see Jordan Brooks as elite. I don't see him.
But we talk about age, though. You talk about in his prime.
He's not in his prime. You think that's prime?
Yes, prime is though. Talk about his age in it.
So this is the best we're going to get from Jordan Brooks. Is what you're saying? Then he's not worth the money. Then he's not worth it.
All pro.
He's not worth it. He's not worth it.
Right,
you can be mad at me for saying what I'm saying. He hasn't gotten big money yet. He's looking for that big contract. And at the end of the day, right, we don't have it to give to him. So we can sell this whole prime narrative. If this is the best that we're going to get from Jordan Brooks, no, I don't even think that he is a top 5 linebacker in the league. So he should not be getting that type of money. He's not elite. Jordan Brooks is, listen, you think Jordan Brooks is elite? He's not elite. I'm sorry, he's not.
Okay, so all pros.
He's just the guy that knows how to get in the backfield. I'm sorry. It only looked good because we didn't have edge rushers who could do it. That's the only reason why it looked good.
You do know that you're helping. You do that. You do know that make it harder for him to do what he did.
What's between him and Jesus? We had good interior defensive line play. It was good.
How you lost?
It was. I said it was good. I didn't say it was great. It was good. It was serviceable. It got Jordan Brooks where he needed to get to. Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
All right, go ahead, man.
Absolutely. Because from what it sounds like right now, you want to pay the man. And I know you don't want to.
No.
I know you don't want to. Why? Because he's not worth it. He's not a.
Never said
Do you think Jordan Brooks is elite?
He played elite last year.
No. Do you think he's elite?
Yes, based on his he played elite.
You are out your mind.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. You say he's not a top 5 linebackers. How many linebackers get all pro? How many slots are for his position at all pro?
We had a couple injuries this year.
3. Okay. No. I'm talking about all pros.
Yeah.
What injury? What injury? At his position.
Wasn't TJ out this year?
TJ don't play his position.
He's a linebacker / edge.
No. That's outside.
He's a linebacker.
No. Hold on. No. You can't do that. That's not who we going up against. See, that's partly why you're a little confused with elite. You got to put them in the Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Terrain Edmonds, the Zach Barnes, the Nick Boltons, who else? Patrick Queens, what's the dude from Houston?
Ashazier.
Like those are the people that you got to. Dre Breedlove.
Not them.
He outplayed all of them last year. All of them, he outplayed them.
Nah.
So we going based off what he did last year, become an all-pro?
You
can't say he's not top 5. Now, if you're trying to say TJ Watt, that's not them outside linebacker. That's edge. You're really talking about edge.
So you want straight inside. Okay. Is he better than Nick Bolton?
Yes.
You watch it.
Nick Bolton, right, man, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. No,
Man, we getting these young. No. How many All-Pros do Nick Bolton has?
Go ahead.
I don't think he's been up. Listen, I understand you. I typically, I'm not saying pay him.
Are we talking AFC or are we talking about the whole NFL?
NFL.
I'm talking whole NFL.
Yeah, NFL period. That's why I said Fred Warner's. I said that.
Okay.
He wasn't
even better than Philly's linebackers, but go ahead.
He wasn't Zach Bond. That's the argument they had. That man had a great year.
Kobe Dean.
Yeah, no, I'm taking him over to Kobe Dean. No, we're not doing that. No. Come on. If you don't want to pay him, just say you want to pay him. But we don't listen. You know what? Listen, what I don't do is like when I say about McDaniel, when I say about Tua, I'm not going to downgrade and disrespect him just because I want to move off. I'm not going to downplay what he's done.
As Dolphin fans have this thing that we do where we put guys on a pedestal because they were the shining moment.
I put him in All-Pro.
Huh?
Did I put him in All-Pro? I didn't put him in All-Pro.
I don't think so. I don't know. Did you have a vote?
Did you have a vote? Based off accolades.
Did you have a vote?
No, of course not.
I don't know if you have a vote.
So don't say Dolphin fan. This is what we do. I didn't put him on a pedestal.
I don't know. You could have a vote.
No, I don't have a vote. Of course not. But I didn't put him on a pedestal. What I do is I be honest about the thing, the assessments. Now, you know what? You want to know what's kind of crazy for Sonny? You came up here doing all this. You opened up what your argument was. His agent don't care about none of that. Right? You think his agent is going to go to that table and say, All-Pro, your top dudes, Fred Warner is the only one that had the All-Pro over me. The rest of them below me, my brother. They're below my client. So, all the name of you, I outperform every last one of them. The Zach Bonds, the Isaiah, whatever his name, Akeem, or whatever his name is, Nick Bolton, hands down. Like, I don't even know what we talking about. Nick Bolton and Jordan Brook. Like, it's not even Roquan Smith for sure outplayed him this year. Hands down. Matter of fact, the last 2 seasons he outplayed Roquan Smith. Like, we're not going Jermaine Edmonds. Don't even bring him. Don't bring him around my way. Neither one of those guys played the way Jordan Brooks played, and you could say the past 2 seasons. Now, Drake Greenlaw, listen, man. Drake got a little thing to say, but nah, man, come on, Fitzgerald. But it's all good. Now, it's crazy how you could start it off with, his agent don't care, and then you go talk about trying to downplay everything so we don't pay him. You can't switch up that quick.
I'm not saying so that we don't pay him. I already said he's going to get what his agent believes his market value is.
Now, you know what I can tell you?
I already said we don't have the cap to do it. Did we not hear this part?
Yeah, no, right.
All I said was I don't think he's elite.
Okay,
and from
that's a little different.
And I also said that his prime ain't priming for me. It ain't prime enough for me. So now we're here. It's my opinion. Like, I don't get what's wrong like with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
He had one job. Seek and destroy. It's okay.
I mean, okay.
He did it well,
that's
but
what I would have asked you.
When we talk about complete linebacker play, can do it all.
He could do it all.
He's not elite to me. He's not elite.
What can't he do though?
Huh?
What can't he do?
Aren't you the one? This is what I'll be talking about. Aren't you the one that said that he's not looked as a coverage linebacker?
No. See, that's what I said. And I said, I don't understand why they deemed him for that. Because when you put on the film, he's not getting beat in coverage.
How often is he in coverage?
Well, in this game, last year, too often than not. Way too more often than I would have liked.
No, I would have liked it. First of all, I wouldn't have liked it anyway, because he was doing what he was doing really well. But just because you do one job really well, sometimes you just got to focus on that.
Yeah, but come on, like we broke down film here.
We were selling our run so bad, it's not even funny.
I'm trying to figure out
what our secondary was. We were really selling out on the run and just trying to get to the passer.
No, not necessarily. No, we're not doing that. No.
But it's okay, Tony.
No.
Hold on. You think the man is elite? You think he's elite because he has one All-Pro? That's okay. We can put him.
He have 2 All-Pro type seasons though. He have 2 All-Pro. Like, so when you say,
do you vote? Do you vote? Because that's what you asked me. Did you vote him in All-Pro?
No. But they put him in the All Pro. He made All Pro, so he had an elite season. But what I'm saying is, when we go and watch the
One
film,
elite season makes you elite.
there's somebody that you let
One
me know.
elite season makes you elite.
He had 2 All Pro seasons. He just did well. No, let me not. He had 2 type of seasons that because last year we felt like he was snubbed.
You did, I didn't.
Right now, when we go in and we break down the film, it kills all those narratives when we point out what he's been doing. Like
Wednesday
hands down, no one could question that.
Film. I want to see.
It's
the
on
good,
the channel.
the bad,
That's crazy that you don't watch. You know how many times we did defense at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I saw it.
And we were like, I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. And we were like, bro, look at what Jordan Brooks has been doing, even with the lack of production coming from the D-line and the young secondary. Something had to be said about the performance he put on. Now, I could say the reason I'm gonna say that is because when I come to the table with, I'm gonna be more realistic in what my approach when it comes to how much I can pay you. I'm not gonna go to the table and like, oh no, you're not. You can't go there. All he gotta do, he gonna bring them numbers to you. He gonna put on the film and say this says otherwise. Everything else is feelings based. So now, me
so
personally,
also, isn't that voting by? Never mind. Anyway, we're not good at voting is done by media for All Pro, right?
Well, whoever they put in there,
whoever has the vote, technically.
Whoever got the vote. Like, so you know, some players have it. Some, like that. Yeah. Well, most people.
Did Jordan Brooks flash? Absolutely. I'm not going to take that away from him.
Jesus Christ. Flash.
But do I think that it was in any way to warrant him being put in the conversation with the top linebackers of the season? I mean, of the NFL? No. The name of this game is consistency.
And the last 2 seasons, we like even last year when they put Isaiah Shazier, right?
Shazier.
We went and put them like, no, it's not even close. Jordan Brooks beat him by mouth. He was just on a better team that had a higher ranked defense. But what we talk about him standing on him side by side against all those guys that you're talking about, he beat them in every category.
So you mean the guy that can get the numbers while still having all the extra talent around him.
But that helps
linebackers. It's still able to produce when all the other guys around him are producing.
That's an argument against him, not with
No. Because listen, that's no different. You know what? We're not about to do this. It's no different than when Jordan was taking like 50 shots a night and they called him the greatest shooter of all time. We're not going to get into this or one of the greatest.
Hold on. We're not going to lie about Jordan. We're not going to lie about Jordan taking 50 shots a night.
So what you're saying is Jordan Brooks carried our defense? Is that what you're saying?
For the most part, yes.
You done lost it.
Yo, you know what? I ain't never. I want to take. I want to
take
you to be the one to try to downplay someone.
Downplay?
You don't want to pay them. It's correct.
I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to pay him. I don't. Listen, I don't handle the money. I don't handle the contracts. It's not about what I want. Contrary to what people believe, it's never about what I want or what I care about.
It's crazy.
It's about
you what have a more realistic argument to say outside of Jordan Brooks. Who would you say balled out on this team?
Who balled out on this team?
Yes.
That's a good. You mean last year or the year before that?
Last year or the year before?
That's a good question.
If you say you had the Blitz pickup, we don't. Just because you don't like a person, take away from the position of what they actually done. Are you?
Whoa. I was one of the happiest people when we got Jordan Brooks. Please go back to my interview on Marissa Marino where I made sure I mentioned Jordan Brooks. So you're not going to act like I don't like this player, and this is why I'm saying these things. What I'm saying is, just like certain players of Dolphins past, we overhype maybe a 1 or 2 good season. Like, oh my gosh.
What you call overhype? Let me ask you a question. What you call overhype?
We saw that fall off in prime time.
Let me ask you, what you call overhype?
Huh?
What do you call overhype?
Overhype?
Yeah, because you said we overhype. So I want to know your definition of overhype.
giving someone more credit than what they actually deserve.
So did I give him more credit than what he deserved? Because that's what it seemed like you're saying.
Wait, you said he was elite, right? So yes, if you think he's elite,
said he had an elite season. I literally said, yes, he had an elite season.
And I asked you, so yes, you think he's elite because he had an elite season.
Based on his
to
last
me,
season,
that is overhyped because he's not elite. Whether you have an elite season or
well, that's
listen, people have
who's elite? Give me some elite players
all the time.
Give me well, he had two consistent years. Oh, you know, so when you're not considered one of them dudes, it always happens.
He's good, he's great, but I don't think he's elite. I think he's a great player.
So who's elite?
Don't ask me
give me some elite. Give me some elite
rhetorical questions. Please do not ask me rhetorical questions.
No, for me,
you know who the elite linebackers are.
No. We have two completely different mindset when it comes to elite. So and I said he had an elite season. So I want to know who you think is elite or who you think is having an elite type seasons. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to compare them side by side.
See, that's where me and you differ. You go off of a season.
No.
I go off of consistency at that position. Hence why Patrick Mahomes is seen as elite because he consistently in those moments puts on, right? Certain guys, like Aaron Donald, elite because he's going to be that guy. Myles Garrett, elite because every season he's going to do it. 1 to 2 seasons does not make you elite for me. I'm sorry, you have to do
so
this.
Let me ask you a question.
This has to be your career.
You asked me, I think he's elite, and I said
your career has to be the pinnacle of consistency. We know what you're going to get. Now
give me someone that you think like that. You can't just say that and not give me someone. Give me someone that is like that.
And if he was so elite, why did they freaking trade him from Seattle? It's crazy how their defense got better when he left. It's crazy how his defense got better when he left. We're not going to talk about it though. Let Luke get in here because me and you, we can do this.
Listen. You got to listen. Stop using things. I said he had an elite season. Yes, he had an elite. When you go, so this is the thing about it. When you're going to the table when it's time to get your money, and they ask about, yes, my season was elite. He's going to be. He has the number to tell them. Yes, I had an elite season. That's why I say. Last year, he had an elite season.
And so did Tua, and you were mad about that contract. But go ahead next.
No, Tua never had an elite season, though.
By some people's metric, it was elite.
See, no. That's feelings based. Tua didn't have no.
People's metrics.
Tua had no all-pro season.
What is the double?
Hold on. Listen. Let's be realistic here. Tua never had an all-pro season, ever.
All-pro, no.
Okay, so that's what but Jordan Brooks did, so we can't say, like, so.
But one all-pro does not mean that you get the bank.
I never said, see, you keep saying.
One all-pro season does not make you elite. I'm sorry.
I never said he was elite, though. You keep saying, I never said, when you ask me was he elite, I say he had an elite season.
So can you please stop saying, yes, he had an elite season? Because that right there is when you put that yes in, when my question is he elite? And you start with yes, your answer is then yes. And that's the only thing I've been pushing back for the last.
No. I say he had an elite
20
season.
minutes.
Like you heard yes. I say he had an elite season.
It's the sky blue, and you say yes, but sometimes at sunset,
I did not say yes.
Red.
I say he had an elite
season. Still means
season.
the sky's blue. Respectfully.
I did not say yes. I said he had an elite season.
It was
maybe you heard
yes. I don't think it was necessarily elite. I think it was a great season.
So this is what I'm asking. So you don't never say. Let me just throw a name out because I see you dodging it. So we can't have the debate.
Answer rhetorical questions, but go ahead.
All right. So do you think, which is it? You would agree that Fred Warner is an elite player?
I think he's a great player, borderline elite. Yes.
Wait. So if Fred Warner is an elite, who's elite? He's the best linebacker in that position.
He is
you
the
don't
best.
have no one elite.
Borderline.
Oh, so
I'm knocking no, because listen, I said consistent. You said can I finish my why I said right? Consistency, right? Fred Warner consistently is one of the best linebackers in the league. I do believe that he is the closest thing that we have to elite at the linebacker play right now. So he got hurt this year, so right now I got to see how he comes back and plays. So to me, in my mind, right now, before the injury, completely yes, elite. I don't know how he's going to play after this. So What's the name?
So you say he was elite. So who you think? Let's say his All-Pro season.
Mm-hmm.
Who you think played better, him or Jordan Brooks?
I think Jordan Brooks had a bunch of scrubs, so he got to get better numbers.
So okay, so
When you're
I'm
playing,
glad you said that.
When you're playing within San Francisco, there's other playmakers to have. So if you have good numbers while playing around top talent, to me that's more elite than having good numbers around a bunch of scrubs.
Okay, so that's where defense. It's gonna always be easier to make plays, to get your numbers when you have elite players around you. Why? Because all of those players are going to do their job, which is
and all those other players have the opportunity to also.
When you gonna let me finish? Then let me know.
Go ahead.
So all of the players, they're gonna have the opportunity to do the job. Let's talk about one of the greatest linebackers in history, which is Ray Lewis. Go look at Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis played his best when he had great players around him. The thing he's going to preach to you, I need you to do your job. Don't worry about nothing else. Because if you do your job, then we're all gonna eat. Because we're all gonna be able to make plays. When you have people that are not doing their job, that's gonna get out of position, that's gonna not be able to force the run to where you needed to force it, then you're gonna be like you're not gonna be able to make enough plays because the players gonna be able to make plays everywhere else. It's gonna be easy to scheme around you because all you have to do is worry about that guy. These guys are scrubbed over here. You ain't got to worry about them. This line is scrubs, so you don't have to worry about them. We can just go do what we got to do and just focus on Jordan Brooks. But when you have other great players around you, this is why when you have those elite defenses, it's never just one elite player on there. It's always other great players on there, especially when you have a dynamic duo. It makes it easier for you as a defender. Go look at any top defenses. When Zach Thomas was having his great seasons, he had Jason Taylor, Trace Armstrong. He had Terrell Bowen, Dale Gardner. You switch him out to Starks. Always elite players, right? Around them. Gangs with real elite cornerbacks that everyone knows you have to account for all of them, which allows Zach Thomas to roam free. One thing about linebackers, for the most part, you need D linemen. You need D linemen to keep those offensive linemen, those fullbacks and things like that off of you, right? But at the same time, you still have to do your part. The difference between that's why I was saying I'm not going to because he got injured, but Jordan Brooks last season had a great season. He had the best, led the league in tackles, and it was at one point it wasn't even close, right? And if you put their numbers side by side, his numbers compared to Fred Warner's, especially if you talk about consistently, you could take one of his seasons off, which was that 2022 season. But his numbers consistently, he beats Fred Warner in a lot of these categories. A lot of them. That's even going back to Seattle. But I still only gave him credit for that one specific season, which was last season, because that's what you're going to the table with. You're going to the table with that. Listen, these stats, they don't lie. If you want to put my numbers compared to Fred Warner, go ahead. I think he got like 3 or 4 seasons when I had more tackles than him, when I had more forced fumbles than him.
See, this is what I love, because one thing I really, truly admire about you, Tony, is that you're a research guy, right?
Yes.
You're a research guy. Tony would have you believe that, I don't want to say Tony would have you to believe, because I don't want to put thoughts, words in my new co-host's, mouth. It is very much true. It is very much true that Jordan Brooks in his elite season, with no one around him, with nobody in position, just carrying the team on his back as he just so wonderfully does, had 183 total tackles. He did. He sure enough did. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I sometimes aspire to be greater than myself. I aspire to be as good as Tony, as great as Lou. And these guys are very much pinnacles for how it should be done. Now, while Tony has you out here believing that, guys aren't in position, guys are just whiffing on everything. Tony, my numbers guy, Mr. Research himself, Tony Research H, that's what I call you, Mr. Research. Percentage-wise, how many do you think of the 183 tackles by Jordan Brooks was assisted? Because the way you make it sound is like, oh my gosh, he had 183. He didn't have them all on his own. So percentage-wise, how many do you think were assisted? Just on average.
1 second.
Just on average.
1 second.
Got him. We fucking got him.
I couldn't wait. I knew you was gonna go there.
Yeah,
so Jordan Brooks,
of
his, right, his 183. He had 99 solo, 84 assisted tackles.
Yep.
Yes.
Percentage.
Now make your point.
So for someone to have said that, and I quote, defense, right? Ray Lewis and all that, you got to do your job. You got to be in position. All this stuff, right? If almost half of his tackles were assisted, does that not mean that the guys were in the position? You know what, Tony? Go ahead.
No. Finish that because I hate you did that. I hate it. So let me ask you a question.
Because that's the thing.
Right,
here's the thing, right? And I mean this in the most respectful way that I can put it. The most respectful way, because I have nothing but the utmost respect and admiration for you. And I don't say that in jest, I say that in earnest. I say that from a very, sincere part of my heart. When you make it seem like this man is literally carrying this defense over the finishing line, when we had other bright spots this season, maybe they didn't get the all-pro recognition as Jordan Brooks did and whatnot. And yes, it looked a mess, a very big mess. When we couldn't stop the run, who was the linebacker on the field?
All of them that was on our field.
No. Call up. Wait. When we could not stop the run,
all the linebackers, Tyrell Dodson, Jordan Brooks,
Jordan Brooks and his 183 was on the field. Okay.
Yeah. Cam Good. Yeah. All of them.
Hey, all of them.
Yeah. I mean,
all of them.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
So
go ahead, Tony. Just go ahead.
So listen.
This is about to get real funny real fast. But go ahead.
So this is what you got to do. the top ones is like Roquan Smith, right? All pro. He's an all pro as well. He was on the field when Baltimore was average giving up more rushing yards than us. But he's still an all pro. Fred Warner, he was on the field when they was getting the ball ran down their throats. But he's still considered an all pro. Now, when you say his assist, I would like to point out, just because it was assisted doesn't mean that players was in position, because assist could be Jordan Brooks go get on the tackle, and then the guys come on and they help him out afterwards. They still give him an assist after that.
So he couldn't complete the tackle.
Right. No. Well, like if you get on the tackle, other players come help. So so they'll give you assist for that. That's here. But see, when you call, we trying to compare him. I have Fred Warner as the number one guy, right? Fred Warner, when he had 131 tackles, 76 of them was solo, 55 assisted on him. And when you go to solo tackles, if that's what we're looking at, you know what I'm saying? When it's elite, Fred Warner is like 80s. He has a lot of 70s, 80s and 70s. So when you go to Jordan Brooks, he has 109, he has 103, he has a 62, he has an 86, and he has a 99. So even though there's a lot of them being assisted, there are also more solos.
Could assisted also be where necessarily a guy has a, like, say someone other than Jordan Brooks has a guy, and then Jordan Brooks comes in.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted, just for
Yeah,
the
that's
people,
why I was.
just for people in the chat, I wanted them to know it was also vice versa. It wasn't necessarily always
Yeah.
listening. Tony, you're a very bright young man. Very bright young man. I think where our crossroads divide, sort of say, is that I do not negate that the man had an all-pro season. He is an all-pro. I do not take that away from him. I do not negate that. I don't want you to think that in any way I'm saying that that's invalid or that did not happen. I saw it. I saw the results. But it can also be true that while, yes, he had a all-pro season and may have been snubbed for a second one, would you still say, I just want a yes or no answer? Just a yes or no answer. I don't want it to be, oh, he had an elite season. I just want right now, would you say Jordan Brooks is an elite linebacker in the league?
Sorry, I've been doing it too long. You can't. I don't
No,
answer
I'm
yes
just
or no
asking a
question.
question.
I don't. Yeah, I don't answer yes. I would say
Don't
this.
dodge the question. You told me not to dodge questions, but go
Well,
ahead.
you dodged it the whole time. I gave
That's between
you
Jesus.
the. You still haven't gave me your elite player.
That's between me and Jesus.
Right. So I would say this: when he goes to the table, when it comes to negotiating, remember it started
So
off.
we're giving PR answers now. I
I'm
thought
giving the
this was the jungle. I thought this was the jungle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. And the jungle that you dodged, you still haven't gave me your
I
elite
thought this
player
was the
yet.
jungle.
It
Is he elite? Yes
It
or
is.
no? We haven't even got
Listen,
to the college yet. Is he elite?
That's the beauty about being over. You can't dodge my question for the whole time we've been debating and then try to lock me in the corner. No, you didn't even answer my question yet. So no, it don't work like that. But listen, when he goes to the table, he's going to say, "I had an elite season." Now, when you compare him to his,
do you think he's elite?
You compare to his other contemporaries. Yes, he's going to say, "Yeah, I'm elite." What do they do that I haven't? I'm talking about the top guys. Because if you say, well, you said only Fred Warner is almost elite, so I'll give you.
I said he's considered one of the top.
Who? That's why I say you said almost, right? You say he was the closest to elite, right?
Yeah.
Was that for me?
Right. So if I compare him to what Fred Warner was doing, he's gonna go take his numbers and say, well, if you consider that the closest to elite or elite, my numbers is right there, and in the most part, it's better than his.
Even looked
Huh?
to get Fred Warner's average. Every team in the league might laugh him out the room. Every GM might literally laugh him out the room.
That's yet to be seen.
It's yet to be seen.
Yeah, I wouldn't remind you now. I wouldn't.
Do you think he's elite?
I think he had an elite season last season. Yeah.
So we still with that answer. Okay.
Yeah. I think he played, and I think his player style and his production that he's been giving you, especially, and I'm only going to speak from the Dolphins standpoint, especially from the last 2 seasons. He had 2 seasons that could rival any linebacker in his position in the league. That's Fred Warner. That's the Roquan Smith. That's especially the Nick Boltons, right? So yeah, you have to put him up there as the top 2, top 3 linebackers in this league. And you only could go top 2, top 3 linebackers in this league. Okay. You only could go by, because like if you're gonna say so, well, early, so you put Nick Bolton over him.
I like Nick. Yeah, I like Nick.
You pick
Shire.
Fred, not Aziz. Fred Warner. Well, Fred Warner. You put Fred Warner over him.
You said his name, but yes, Aziz.
Roquan Smith.
I like the linebacker from
Zach Bond. Zach Bond had a pretty good year though. Yeah, I give Zach.
I like Philly linebackers.
Yeah, Patrick Queen. You put Patrick Queen over him.
I didn't even watch enough of Baltimore to do that. I'm not even gonna lie.
I
have to be honest. I didn't watch enough of Baltimore. Once Lamar got hurt, I stopped watching Baltimore. I'm just being honest.
You put Dre Greenlaw. That's the one from the Broncos.
Yeah, I know.
Terrell Bernard, like TJ Edwards. Who is a good one? Let me go to who the Buccaneers linebacker. Levante David.
Not David.
He's older though. He's older, right?
He's way old, but still produced, still being serviceable.
So yeah, right.
Who's the guy for the Lions?
The middle linebacker. Derek Barnes. Derek Barnes. I'm looking up now.
The white boy. But you said middle, so
Anzalone.
Love Anzalone. Love him. Love him.
All right, man, you got it. Well, I was saying because I know Jess said she's doing. I was trying to hold it down until they come back. Because she said she's on the phone and put a phone call, and I'm waiting on Luke because I know he was a little busy. To get to the second, I was trying to carry it out, but yeah, we already hour on one argument, and but let's get to the next one. All them names that you said was above him is wild. Like their numbers don't even match with him. And listen, you know what? I feel bad. I feel bad you had me arguing with Jordan Brooks, and I was leaning more towards not even paying him. But I'm not gonna just downgrade him.
Like I don't know when this switch came. Like it's crazy.
Because I don't like when
calling people elite. That's wild.
No. I said he had an elite season. He had an elite season.
Here's my thing, right? For me, elite, you have to be consistently top 3. Once you're out of top 3, consistently top 3, not one top 3 season or no. You got to be consistent. I'm just saying.
But he is though. Like Fred
in the NFL, not the AFC.
In the NFL, Fred Warner has never had a season like what Jordan Brooks had last year. Ever. He never had a season
Brooks
like
has never been compared to Fred Warner. It's never.
Right.
Sometimes you can just see the play. Like numbers is one thing, Tony, and let's be honest, numbers is one thing, but also watching the film and seeing how these guys plays is 100% different. So don't make it seem like I'm out here crazy for saying that I don't think the man's elite. Man, listen, people have spurts all the time. Freaking Bone just got a contract for having such a great season with Eagles and winning a Super Bowl. It happens. Did he get paid Fred Warner type money? No, but they gave him the man a deal.
Yeah, remember,
people get tackles every day, every season. Like, what is he talking about?
No, they don't. That's what I'm saying. No, they don't. They don't get tackles every season. They don't.
They do. People get tackles.
But no one is tackling like how he is. No one.
My gosh.
Like,
Go ahead.
Has never had a season like him.
But
listen, what I will say this:
a running back can literally run 6 yards into Jordan Brooks' arm, get tackled, and considered a tackle. Like, come on,
what about tackles for losses? What about tackles for losses? What about tackles for losses? You got to add them in, right?
He does that too. He does that.
That's what I'm saying. You got to add them in too.
Both could be too. True.
I mean, I'm just like the tackle for losses. Like Fred Warner don't get tackles for losses like Jordan Brooks do. He don't get solo tackles like Jordan Brooks do. Now,
do they? Okay. You know what, Tony? And this is what I love. Do you think that the playing style of Jordan Brooks and Fred Warner and what they asked them to do is the same?
No.
Okay, then.
Because
we don't need to talk anymore.
Yeah, one I believe is, and which is what I was going to say. One I believe is the captain of his defense. So he does that, right? And that's what I was going to say. If I'm debating him, I'm not going to debate him about your elite status, and I'm not going to debate him about him being in the category of these dudes. I'm going to debate him based on what they've been asked. His biggest downfall is we can ask you, but you prefer not to have that green dot, which is to be a leader and call plays. And if I'm going to pay you in that type of category, then that's what I'm going to use against him. I'm like, I need you to be a leader. I need to be able to put that green dot on there. I need you to be the coach on the field. You know, you benefit from being able to not to have that radio in your ear and not have to worry about what everyone else is doing and get everyone else lined up and things of that nature. Those are the things that I'm going to argue with him against based on if I'm going to say whether I believe you're a lead or not, right? That's going to be my debate. But to say Fred Warner is better than him and he's on that, all he going to do is be like, well, you show me how. And if you come to me with, well, Fred Warner had these numbers and Nah, bro. And then and another thing, if you jump on and say
y'all did it up game with that 183. I'm sorry, I
When
never
you-
mentioned 183.
when
I just said I didn't think the man was elite. Like,
yeah, right. And
put that to the person in the chat who thought that was the argument to win with. But go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. And if you go
Shout out to the chat though, y'all doing such a great job. I'm loving all the comments and stuff. Does Vicinity even drive yet? Bet you would like to know. Hi, Evelyn.
That's kind of wild. What I was going to say now, the thing that we can't do if you turn on that film, watch him and see that's why we do him over. Watch him take on guards, take on centers. I watch him run through offensive and defensive offensive tackles and things of that nature. That's when you can start saying, see, this is what elite players do. You know, now then you throw out that what you said, which was a good debate. I need that consistent. I really need you know, that to be consistent, do it all the time. This season, you've done it. Yes. Can you do it again? Can these are going to be my arguments towards him. Can you do all that again? I've seen it. You developing that guy. I believe you in your prime now. And now we need 3 to 4. Can you give me 3 or 4 more prime this type of seasons? Can I trust you to do that? That's going to be the biggest question.
And I think that's kind of what I was trying to say when I say he's out of his prime, because like I just didn't foresee a longevity of that type of play from him. And that's just my own personal opinion, because I could been wrong about a lot of things. I can admit that, been wrong and stuff like that. But that's the only reason why, I said we didn't even get into numbers. We didn't get into nothing other than is the man elite, which is kind of crazy. But are you ready for the next subject, Tony?
Yeah. I just hit web card up. Yeah, he said we could go ahead. The next subject. Hold on. Let me find it. Boom.
Okay. So you will hear the names Arvell Reese. You will hear the names David Bailey. But the Miami Dolphins have a very interesting situation. Yes, we have a lot of holes to fill in this upcoming draft. And now maybe we might be getting Sonny Styles. Tony, what say you for Sonny Styles at number 11?
If he's there, and let's say the guys that I assume are going to be going, the Mike Gore, the Ruben Baines, the Bailey, what's his name? David Bailey. If those guys are going to be going, which I assume they're going to be going, and Sonny Styles is sitting there at 11, yes, I will consider picking him up. Why? Because that Terrell Dodson thing that I was saying earlier, and Sonny Styles he could be the green dot. I clowned him about, letting Mark Fletcher run him over in that playoff game against the U, just because I'm a UM fan. But prior to that, the man hasn't missed one tackle. He didn't miss one single tackle. That is consistency. You want to talk about consistency like we were talking about earlier? That is consistency.
You want to talk about consistency? I was the only one talking about consistency, Tony. Don't say we was talking about consistency.
Well, because you made me defend his production, and I'm like, well, let's talk about consistency, and I had to get around it. That's the part of the debate. We ain't talk about that. Let's talk about what I want to talk about. But anyways, so him being able to make tackles and a sure tackler, yes. Now, 6'4", what are you running? 4'4"? 6'4", 4'4", 243 pounds.
Yeah,
that is the prototypical linebacker. He has the size.
And now you have measurables, Tony. Now you have measurables.
Hold on, I did say the prototypical ones. I gave those measurables, but I'm saying me personally, I look at your playing style, which is what I was going to follow it up with. Because not only do he have obviously I pointed out the tackles. Not only do he have the measurables, but he also have the playing style to back that up. I have one critique of him that I would love to see him improve on, and that would be creating turnovers. He doesn't create turnovers enough. I think he had 3 total in his whole career in college, or 4, something like that, right? And I'm gonna talk about some other guys too, but that it could be you could be taught that. But I would rather have a for sure tackler, a tackler that I know can attack and play downfield, which we need in half these defense, that could change the game in that aspect. Because consistency, would carry you on and have longevity. Those splash plays are here and there. Those are game changers. We could teach that. And you could have, drills and things of that nature. But I would love a fundamentally sound player and teach them how to make the big plays as opposed to one of the guys that forget about the fundamentals, forget about the basics, and always go for the big play. That you could get in trouble, get out of position and big plays behind you. So yes, Sonny Styles, if he's there, I would take him at 11. And especially in his draft class with the top tier talent isn't as top tier as prior or previous drafts, but his combination of speed, height, and strength, he's one of the ones that can become. You ready for this vicinity?
Yeah, I'm ready.
An elite type defense in the NFL linebacker.
That made it elite. Yo, stop.
So, but what say you about it though? Sonny Styles at 11.
Man, there was a dream linebacker that we could potentially get our hands on. He's that. I like everything you said about the young man. That's one thing I didn't know, that he did not miss a single tackle in college. Some teams are, a little bit more relevant to me than others. So, I only got to watch Ohio State in the college football playoffs, or maybe like if they had like a great matchup, so gotta go and watch the kid, gonna be honest. But the one thing that I did say was that, I wanted a 4.5 sub 40, which he has. Above 6'2", he has. Over 230, 235, he has. If you say that he's going to fit into Hafley's defense and that's the type of linebacker that we need, then I say go ahead and get him. You need someone for years to come to be a leader, to have the green dot. Do you think though that 11 is just right for where he's at on like maybe a big board? Is it too high? Is it too low? Is like, what do you feel about him particularly at 11?
So you remember at 11, now we have to go BPA because they said that, right? And we also have to take into consideration the needs on his team. So this is kind of a different type of year for us. But linebackers, you have to be in that elite type linebacker for me to say at 11, because that's basically the top 10 pick. Now, based on what would be available to us, yes, his abilities compared to some of the people that I believe will be available, I'm taking him at 11 every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Unless someone else drops, unless something else happens.
Like if a Bain drop, I'm taking Bain. If a Mike Gore drop, I'm taking Mike Gore. I'm not
like
really
biased. Like I only heard UM names. Like that's crazy.
So if Mansour Delane drop, it's having a conversation. Now let me tell you why I would lean more towards him, because I know me and Lou had the big debate based on cornerback. I think cornerbacks are more important than a linebacker to defensive scheme and more value. See, Delane 4.5, right? Delane, no, he don't create turnovers either. So I'm looking at upside compared to what Sonny Styles' upside could be, as opposed to what Delane upside could be. That speed on the outside, it scares me, because you have the Xavier Howards of the world that comes in that can, overcome that with other talents. Like he's good physical, you understand me? And he said it himself, I make 4.3 guys look like they run 4.5s like I do. Can Mansour Delane do that? Is yet to be seen. So I would lean more to Sonny Styles because of that aspect, but I wouldn't be mad if they take a Mansour Delane. So if he was to drop, I'll lean more to him, but I'm going Sonny Styles. It just he has things that you can't coach. You can't coach 4.4. And 4.45, you can't coach 6'4", and they say he might even come in like 6'4" and some change, maybe closer to 6'5", right?
Yeah.
So you can't coach
His
that.
measurables weak.
Yeah, right. So when you have the playing style that matches the measurables, then you might have, you get what I'm saying? You might have something working there. Because you could coach him up. Can't coach up speed, can't coach up height, can't coach up build and physique. But you could coach everything else up. And he has both. So yeah. What about you? Anyone that is that too high? 11 too a little too expensive for your liking?
I got some PTSD with some of the linebackers we've selected recently in the first round. But from what I've seen and heard about this young man, my question would be, is he a playmaker? Is he a game changer? Because when you're talking about, as you put it, basically a top 10 pick, I need somebody that that's going to go out and make that play. I'm thinking, I don't know, 4th and goal. He doesn't necessarily get, fumbles and interceptions, but can he get me the stop? And I've seen a play where he ran, I think, the Clemson running back to the pylon and stopped and scored. That stuff, that right there, right?
Shift his whole momentum.
Completely, right? That to me, that's a turnover. I don't know if it was on 4th down or whatever, but that is technically a turnover, right? Turnover on downs. It may not go on the stat sheet as, oh, he caused the turnover specifically. And if you're telling me that he's that type of guy, sure, I do believe that there are, I don't want to say serviceable because that sounds so freaking horrible to say, options, and we'll probably get into that in a second. I'm gonna say this right now, 100% not 100% sold on him at 11. Not 100% sold on him at 11. Just being honest.
That's
hey, I
ain't mad at it though. I'm not really mad at it.
And I'm saying not 100% sold, whereas you run to the podium and take them. You don't look at who else is available. Do you think that if he, because even to your point, right? You're saying that there's other guys available, right? You got to see who else is available in order to be comfortable with making that pick. I'm just saying it in a different way than you, right? We're saying the same thing. We're just saying it in a different way. Now, if you were to say he gonna be the next Ray, I mean, yeah, you run to the podium and sell a kidney at this point and just say we with it. We gonna ride out with this guy. But if he's not that yet, then no, there's more to be seen. There's more to be evaluated to see who we're going to take out of number 11. And I'm very excited as we go through these various position groups, because we've only done safety and linebacker right now.
Quarterback, safety.
Technically quarterback.
Cornerbacks. Yeah.
So wait, yeah, we kind of did back and secondary. Not when we didn't do safety then, right? We
did safety. Yeah,
safety, cornerback.
We did secondary altogether.
Secondary, yeah. So we did secondary technically. We did quarterback, which we know we're not taking at 11, right? So we can negate that. We're at linebackers. We got to get to O-line and stuff like that. And I think once we get through all of that, we'll all have a better consensus on who we're running to the podium for, right? It's still early. It's still early in the process. Give me some time, people. But I think he's a run to the podium pick? No, not yet.
I got a question. How many players do you have rate higher than him? And I'm not, you don't have to give me specific, but if you had to rank him, what do you at BP, if you ranking best player available, do you have him in your top 10?
Is he in my top 10?
Yeah, best player available without giving specifics out.
No.
Sheesh. Okay. I would love to see your top 10. I have BPA. I don't have him dropping less than.
I don't have him dropping out of past 15.
Maybe 6. I'm trying
to. You
have
him past 6?
BPA? Yeah, I don't. 6, maybe 7. I have to redo it, but yeah, he's top 10 hands down without question.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see I don't see.
Now, are you doing it are you saying just big board straight up? You're talking about potential draft?
big
Like,
board, straight up. Like if you name best players, like regardless of position, best players.
No.
Let's say, like for instance,
So
like,
no matter what it's
like
not like a mock draft, not like a mock draft.
No, just best player available.
I mean, yeah.
Like Mendoza, he's not over Sonny Styles for me.
No. Okay, I get what you're
Sonny
saying.
Styles above him, but Mendoza going number one because he's a quarterback.
Well, yeah. See, the way I do it, I just mock it out.
Oh, well,
I mock it out. So in my mock, no. But like, if you were to do a big board like that, then obviously.
See, yeah. So the reason I asked that because if you're at 11, there's not too many players in this draft.
No,
like it's draft period that I'm picking over him. So like one of them dogs have to fall to us for me to consider picking someone else over him, and considering that you have to. Consider what are you going to do with Tyrell Dodson? That is the green dot. That's very important.
So,
what I'm saying?
In your mind, okay, because let's go over what we've gone over, right? We're not going to get too much into the things we haven't gone over yet, position-wise. In your mind, if Mansour Delane, Jermod McCour, Avion Terrell, I think I was the only one that really was like on Ianoe, whatever, right? And Sonny Styles are all available. You are running to the table and going to get Sonny Styles.
The only one out of them people that you named that I'm even considering,
okay,
that it'd be a conversation is Mansour Delane.
Okay,
like if
that.
Like Mansour, but the rest of them, Alvaro Reese they use him more as an edge. I mean, they got him at linebacker. Yeah. They use him more of an edge. So if you consider that, like his edge ability.
Hold on, wait. Did I? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you said Alvaro Reese, right? But it depends.
No, I said Avion Terrell.
Oh, you said. Oh, wait. Hold on. You said Avion Terrell. Hold on, my bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't. I know I didn't.
My bad. You said Avion Terrell. Now. See now, Avion Terrell, that's my guy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Sonny, like who we running to the podium for?
Oh no! Hey, stop listening to us too much because you talk about that was my guy right there, Avion Terrell.
That's why I said the players and positions that we've gone over. Like I didn't mention any other positions because we haven't really done it, and we're not taking a quarterback. So I'm looking at what we have kind of discussed.
I would say this. Avion Terrell, I'm not taking that at 11 though. I'm trading down to get Avion Terrell. That's the only difference between Avion Terrell and Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles has the cachet to be taken at 11. You know what I'm saying? And not be a reach. Avion Terrell at 11, it's kind of a reach when you could get him. Now, if you're sold on the guy 100%, cool, but you can't have. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Because he has first round grade, mid to late, but for me, it's more mid first round grade, and I'd rather get him like in the teens area. And he's short, the height. 5'11" I ain't really tripping him. That's 4'3". That dog like mentality. Ooh, yeah, that was. He was out of all cornerbacks at the job I had. He was the one I like, Avion Terrell, right?
Please for me real quick. 1, 2, 3. Terrell, Styles, Delane.
As far as who I would want, or
as far as BPA, you're in your mind. You're BPA.
Sonny Styles no one easily.
Okay.
Sonny Styles, like it's not even a question who's BPA in those three. Based on my rankings, I would say Avion Terrell and then Mansour Delane. I know the consensus say Mansour Delane, but I would have Avion Terrell because that 4.3 speed does something for me. And you're not gonna tell me 1 inch, 6 foot, as opposed to 5'11" makes that much of a difference. Now the measure will have to come out. Right, but let's see. But you can't coach 4-3. I'm just sorry, you can't coach that up, and you can't coach dog like mentality.
Okay, so
what about you? What you rate them? Top 1, 2, 3.
That's kind of crazy that you would ask me the question that I asked you. Am I hosting or am I answering questions now? I'll take it over.
Both.
Definitely Sonny, then I like Delane, then I like Terrell.
So you got Terrell 3. Okay, not mad at it.
Can
man, he's a dog. Avion Terrell is a dog.
He is.
When he go up against them big dudes, like he got that Napoleon complex.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I'm for to show y'all this. The 5'11" don't mean nothing, or that 6'3" don't mean nothing to me. So I like you. The mentality for me is gonna always be the biggest thing for me.
Can I just ask you one last question? If none other comes in my mind.
Yes.
So say the Dolphins, right? And we don't get a linebacker in the first round. What would be your ideal round to then look at getting a linebacker?
It depends. It depends on where you're going. I mean, second, you go get one in the second, or especially with one of them the third round. Like, you know what? I'm glad you said that. You see that guy in the middle right there?
Yes.
Josiah Trotter. That's his name.
Josiah. I know Josiah.
That man is old
That's
school.
SEC greatness, but go ahead.
That's old school, downhill, physical linebacker play. When I say physical hit, I watched this man take on a pulling guard. Pulling guard running full speed. Knock that man off his square. Knock him off the square. Get in the backfield and make the tackle. That's mentality. That's dog-like mentality. I see him do the same thing up the middle towards center. Going out there on the goal line. This is when it matters. On the goal line, take on that center, knock him off his square. Knock him on his tail and go make a play. That's old school downhill physical linebacker play. Now, the reason why I like him so much, and now they have a second round grade on him. I don't know. It is third. Go get him in the third. It's because the type of style of defense that we're going to play. Halfly love those attacking downhill attack style linebackers. That is him to a T. Josiah Trotter, is physical downhill attack style linebacker to a T.
It's in his name. It's in his name. It's in his pedigree. It's in his blood.
I know his daddy.
Y'all know his daddy?
From the Eagles? Yeah. What?
His brother?
Yeah. Oh, his brother, yeah. Anthony, I see you say CJ Allen. I got CJ Allen. CJ Allen is 6'1", 235. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But he don't carry that 235 like how Josiah tried to carry that. What is he, 238? I got him. 238. He carried out like he's 240, which he's borderline 240. I like the downhill physical type, man. Anyone that's out there to inflict pain on people, I love that. And especially coming from the type of mentality, the type of culture that we're trying to set, and the one that we're trying to get that stench off of us. You bring a guy in like Josiah Trotter, and I guarantee you, not one single soul is going to ever question if he's a dog or if he's like that. You ain't calling him soft. And that mentality has a lot to do with I say, you know what, I like him. But you know what, in the later rounds, now this is you know how Sully says draft, develop, and retain?
Yes.
I say 5th round. Let me go down. Out of Cincinnati, the dude, Jake Golday. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yes.
Converted DN. 6'4", 240.
4'5".
Runs a 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
Yo, sleeper. The thing about him is that non-stop motor.
Yeah.
Non-stop. See, mentality you can't really coach like that. You have to be born with that. So you get him in the later round, he's for sure going to show up on special teams, hands down. Going to give you help. And if you, like they say, draft, develop, and retain, you could possibly have a steal right there. just by mindset, motor alone. And that you can, I say, you cannot coach 6'4". you can't coach that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, but yeah, so like guys like that, you know, so there's a little flexibility in the areas. I don't have an ideal draft. I would prefer you go get a guy like in the, you know, with one of those 3rd round picks. You know, that would be a preference. But if you go grab a guy like that in the 5th round, I'm not mad at it either. Considering the fact that you have a year where you got Tyrell and Jordan, so you could develop them. And he can get on the job training. So you got to look at it from that standpoint. And he helps you out in multiple facets and aspects of the game, which is the type of guys that I think we're going to be looking for based off the position that we're in with how many people we have to replace. But yeah. Now listen, can I get one more person?
Hold up. Because I see that you have another SEC guy and Anthony Hill on here.
I was just going to ask you, can I talk about Anthony Hill?
And I want you, because I think people might panic, but there are so many, as you say, potential diamond in the roughs. You know, if you have the right coaching, that could really, and I saw how you lit up so I'm going to give you some time to go ahead and talk about another SEC great. Go ahead.
Now you want to talk about big dog, big hitter?
Big dog.
One of them. Hey,
SEC
you remember what I said about Sonny Styles? And I said about Josiah Trotter and the mentor of the names and the down like turnovers. You don't have that problem with him. You don't have that boy got 3 interceptions, 8 forced fumbles, 7 in the last 2 seasons alone.
238.
Listen. 6'3", 238, and running 4.5. I saw this man. Listen, you want to talk about why I got hype? Watch the tape on him. I saw him literally punch a dude and lay him out and make a fumble. And pick up the fumble. You hear me? I'm watching that and say, oh yeah, I need him. You don't get a Sonny Styles? Go ahead and go grab me an Anthony Hill. That you talk about bringing a physical, bringing a touch and downhill. All these guys that I'm looking at, they fit the type of scheme, downhill attack. But he comes with the turnover, the game-changing plays. Nice interception, read eyes, good disciplined eyes.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? He's not, the coverage is not a negative for him.
Yes.
He could do it both. So yeah, listen, but you talk about haymakers. You know what I'm saying? But what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Final question. Because we're gonna bring it all together now, ladies and gentlemen. If the Miami Dolphins do not extend Jordan Brooks, which of these guys, outside of Sonny Styles, because obviously I feel like
it's Sonny Styles. Okay,
I feel like he's the obvious pick.
Yeah.
We'll say we don't go at him with the 1st round pick, right? Pick something else.
Mm-hmm.
Which of these guys do you think is best suited to fill in that position in that role?
Outside of Sonny Styles,
Sonny Styles.
Anthony Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't gotta explain. You don't already explain. I just needed a name.
I wanna give one more nugget. Y'all know that guy that was up for the now his size is probably gonna be his biggest thing. Was up for
Jacob, or are you talking about York?
Jacob Rodriguez. York is now York. He more safety side, but he could put that bit on York running. He running out the gym though. But Jacob Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about playmaking. That's one of the ones.
Turnover machine. That's his claim to fame.
7 fumbles last season alone.
And he did it during the college football playoff.
And the playoff. Big players made big plays in big time moments. That is real deal. And they got him going 5th, 6th. Man, come on. Come on, man. That's why I want to be.
It's definitely his 4.7. I think that's what that in the 6.1. But I think the 4.7 time is what really hurt him.
And you know what we say, Fitzeni, to things like that? Football
Mhm.
speed. Do you have football speed? Hey,
Mhm.
how many of y'all do know Reggie White ran like a 4.5, 4.6, right? Didn't he run a 4.6?
Oh my god, yeah, who's slow?
Greatest wide receiver in history. But no, most of y'all didn't even probably even know that. We talk about football speed, but you see him running away from players on the field. If you got football speed, I'm cool with that. I don't need you to run the what it called, the underwear Olympics. I don't care about that. I care about when I turn on this film, do you pop out on the screen? Do you make football plays? Because let me explain something to you people. He make what he lacks in speed, he makes up here, which was Zach Thomas. Makes it up here. And those players tend to last longer than the guys that just give you the speed. Because you know what? You could have all the speed in the world if you could get to the wrong position real quick.
Yeah.
You could overrun plays extremely fast. It's everything. You got to have the full package. Speed is not, speed kills, but sometimes it can kill you. It can kill your angles, bad angles. He doesn't take bad angles. Let me give you a nugget about, I don't know if most people knew this, about Jacob, right? Y'all know he played quarterback before, right?
He was a top dual threat quarterback at that.
So I just want y'all to understand that's play recognition. That's understand offensive scheme. That understand route concept. That understand what an offensive line need to do in certain type of blocking schemes. This is why that man make up for that lack of speed. And these are the type of players that great GMs see the value in, and you mess around with. Didn't that time come from Texas Tech?
Sure did.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen.
History repeats itself. That's
Hey, no. Hey, don't get my hopes up like that. No.
I'm just saying. So yeah,
Hold up. We're not gonna play this. Who came from where?
Can I ask you a question?
Only on Tuesdays. Go ahead.
Do you think, how high do you think linebacker, and this is on the important list of us drafted? Like, how high do you put that up there?
Oh, like as far as need?
Yeah, like top. Do you need, like, do we need to get one of them guys in this draft?
I think right now, because you have Brooks and Dodson as of right now, I think we do have like more pressing needs right now. I think we need definitely O-line. I definitely believe that we need cornerback, some secondary help a little bit more. So I prioritize those over linebacker right now, if I'm being honest. Because I feel like I have what's the name now, and we're talking about as far as the future and having someone what's the naming. That's why I'm not necessarily running with my first round pick to go get him, but I do believe that we do need to draft one of these guys in this year's draft. So while I think we do have other holes, I do believe that we do need to get a linebacker in this draft, and maybe in the third one of the picks. Absolutely, but I would like for us to have addressed the secondary and
Facts.
the interior O-line, because those are bigger holes right now for us.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Yeah. You know how you asked me? I want to just answer this. You know how you asked me to rank them as BPA, Sonny Styles, Mansell Delaney, and Avion Terrell?
Yeah.
You know what you didn't ask me? Who would I rather pick out of all three of them, though?
You know,
my ranking and who I would draft is
two different things.
Different things, because
but
all
Sully and them said they going BPA, so that's why I asked you how you see the BPA.
But see, Sonny Styles BPA at 11. But if they trade back, my ideal situation, you trade back, you go give me Avion Terrell.
Ooh.
That's my ideal first round draft pick. Because cornerback,
how far are you willing to draft back? Give me a number.
See, that's the problem. I don't know. Not below 18. He can't go below, because I don't know if he lasts that long.
Okay.
I had some people slating him to go in the 20s. I did. Not me. Just not me, based on his talent. So, and then let me tell you what that do for us. That helps us out. Guess what you get? You gain more capital.
Yep.
To help fill out this roster. And you get a position that need, and that in those areas, yes, he's BPA. in those, he's like it would slated. And consistency is he's the number 3 cornerback coming out, which is number 1. Consistency is Master Delane. Then you got Gerard, right? McCoy, yep. McCoy is injured. He ain't played a whole season. So keep that in mind. Coming off the ACL. And then you have Avion Terrell. So, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because, I did have the linebacker versus cornerback argument. But then, I have Sonny Styles rated over them. That's BPA. But when it comes to affecting a team and roster construction, go get me that cornerback. Yes. All these linebackers I could get later. Go get me that cornerback. This is a deep cornerback draft, but I think the linebackers are deeper than the cornerbacks in this draft. And if you tell me I could go get a guy like Jacob Rodriguez in the later rounds, bro, I could deal with skipping off of Sonny Styles because he could have the same type of impact without the measurables. And you got to think about overall roster construction than just, BPA in that play. What about your how you want to build your team overall? You want smart, physical, game-changing, and sure tacklers. He has all those, and you add in the game changer, the turnovers, that he just has a knack for it. You know what I'm saying? That he showed that capability. I'm not going to, because he's going to throw in another argument.
What?
But he showed that capability even at Texas Tech, when you would say Sonny Styles had way more help over there. In Ohio State, right? But yeah, so that's, and that's my take. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. Yeah, my ideal first round, and that's even if we go through all wide receivers and whatever. Yeah, give me the cornerback first.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Measurables Week. Over here at the Blitz Pickup. Thank you for sticking around. Let's look at the poll real quick.
I didn't even pay attention.
What round should we draft a linebacker? 30%. Oh my gosh, did the first? Wow. You guys might want to look at, where we need more help at. We'll let y'all be great on that one. Next is third round, which I can agree with more with 30%. So tie for first. Second place goes to the second round at 25%, and 4 through 7, last day 15%. So definitely want to thank you all for voting in the chat. Hopefully you hit the like button. I'm pretty sure you guys remembered to subscribe, and if you didn't, here's your friendly reminder. Subscribe, man. Subscribe. Is Jordan Brooks Elite coming soon to a theater near you? Oh man, Tony. Oh man, that was a fun one. But
that was for sure.
Thank you all. Shout out to Collis. Shout out to 7503.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. I guess Commissary or Commissary. I still believe in best player available. We need to boost the talent on this roster. Yeah. My first rounder is Mari Gore. If you think Mari Gore is going to fall to 11, I would say that's my first rounder too as well. So I believe that too.
Dreams.
But
go
ahead.
They didn't think we was going to get Tunsil. Miracles happen once in a while. When
you believe. Load up the clip.
Load up a clip. Release some. Hey, here, Miami boy. Y'all got a video. Release the mixtape.
Hey,
release the rap video.
Somebody catch that boy in Tussie somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I think he will. Dolphin done. You think Mari Gore is gonna fall to 11? Jeez.
Nah, that's a tough one. That's a tough drop.
But for Sonny, and without anything else, so you can get us up out of here. You can take over and get us up out of here.
Okay, let me take over and get us up out of here. Listen, miracles happen once in a while when you believe. Hopefully, Dolphin Dan's dreams, come true, because then, we're not got to worry about all these other guys. Welcome to Measurables Week. On Wednesday, we'll bring to you another positioning group. Maybe we will have some film on why Jordan Brooks is just a great player and not an elite one. Doubt it. Tony's not in the mood, right now. But this was the Monday night episode of the Blitz Pickup. To Lou and to Jess, who were able to, come on today. We thank you.
Hey,
for
shout out
being
to them.
here.
I know both of them were dealing with something. They hit me up. So both of them were dealing with family problems. So listen, we held it down for y'all. So don't even worry about it.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. Tony, do you have any idea what Wednesday position group is?
Not yet. I was leaning towards wide receivers.
Oh, let's do it. Let's run it.
But we'll figure it out. I don't know. I might, because I wanted to get the trenches in there. What comment did you talk about? Oh, okay, I got you. The only round I'm concerned with is the round that Tony got cooked in, which is the first round. Hey, if you won't be my nemesis if you didn't put a comment like that in the chat. Shout out to you, Game Boy 305.
To Tony, to Lou, to Jess, to the producer in the back. This was the Monday night episode of the Blitz Pickup. We did some linebackers. Hopefully you guys loved the breakdown and everything that came along with it. 4-3, wide 9. If it ain't gonna fit the scheme, they don't need to be on the team. And that's it. That's all I got.
And don't forget the second. They run like three safeties a lot. We used to that too. But appreciate y'all. We out of here. Thank you for Sonny for getting us up out of here, man. We out. That's a great show. Appreciate you, my brother.